Hey guys, Soundjoke45 here. I do apologize if you hear a lot of button pressing right now because I'm trying to record on my controller. I'm trying to figure out how to do this for the other videos if I do make more discussion rants because my mic and my headset finally got destroyed. So I got to get a brand new headset. But for now, I'm gonna try this setup for a little bit. It's a little weird right now, so please bear with me. But until then, enjoy the video. So everyone right now is talking about like on the whole the gaming side of thing is that the Game Awards are coming up within a month from now, and I do believe that some categories could be a little bit better. Some of the nominees are really good are great to see here. Definitely, we're going to be looking at the indie side of things, and then go for there. But the big one, the big elephant in the room, is this: Elden Ring is nominated again for Game of the Year. But Joker, Elden Ring already won 2 years ago. Why is it nominated again? Shadow of Erdtree. Oh, that's fine. Shadow of Erdtree? But that's DLC. That's an expansion. Why is that nominated? They didn't do Phantom Liberty or the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC or any of the past expansions and DLCs for any other game out there for any of the previous years for 10 years. And yet, why is this nominated? Like, what's the exception? What's the rule? What change, you might say? I don't know exactly, but it feels wrong. It feels a little weird and awkward to have Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree nominated against the likes of Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth, Metaphor Re Fantaso, and that Blackjack roguelike game that's on Steam right now. So it does feel weird that all that is nominated, and yet here's Elden Ring nominated for Game of the Year as well. Does it deserve it? Does it should it be allowed to compete? Again, you're gonna talk about like Final. Then again, you're gonna talk about you say that. Well, Joker, you also said that Phantom Liberty was also nominated, but it nominated a few other categories like best player choice, best ongoing. I think there was also something for community, but most importantly, there was also a nomination for Idris Elba for best performance. So, well, technically speaking, it's a yes. Phantom Liberty was nominated. It was nominated for a few categories. It wasn't nominated for Game of the Year. So that's something that we need to really focus on. People really need, if you're going to have an argument like that, you really need to have stuff in there, to realize exactly who's being nominated, what's being nominated, and then, kind of go from there. So again, it's not me saying that you're wrong. It's me saying that if you're going to bring up a topic like this, if you're going to bring stuff up like this, really need to look at everything else, consider everything else that was nominated, and then just kind of like go from there. So again, I agree with you that stuff like that should not be nominated for Game of the Year. Nominated from other categories too. But again, you can nominate them from other categories, but nominate a game that came out 2 years ago already, and then the big DLC came out, which everybody was playing, mind you, is nominated for Game of the Year. So it feels so weird. It feels so bizarre that that was even a choice to even be nominated. So at the same time, it just goes, well, something happened behind the scenes. Don't know what it is. I'd like to know what happened, but it just feels weird that Elden Ring is nominated. Again, at the same time, there could be more behind the scenes that nobody even really knows about. So it could go either way, but it just feels so like, wow, they're nominating Elden Ring again. Again, they could pick any other game to be up there. Like, give Ubisoft again a second middle finger that their Prince of Persia game was so good, it deserved to be nominated for yes for the game of the year. If you wonder like why I'm saying that and saying that, it's simply this: Ubisoft like disbanded their entire Prince of Persia team that made the last crown, and all of a sudden for one of the game of the year categories, they are nominated for one of the best action games out there, or action adventure, I should say. So it's like, wow. They disbanded that team because the game didn't do well, but it did well enough for the judge to say, hey, Prince of Persia was the best game of the action category this year, and we believe it deserved to be nominated. So that is a big middle finger to Ubisoft and to its hardworking devs that worked on the game. So it's like, wow. So that's a big middle finger. But at the same time, to me, the big huge discussion for this is going to say this. Elden Ring could be nominated, but again, could be nominated for Best Ongoing Game, just like how Phantom was nominated. As a matter of fact, they could have done its own separate category too as well for the best expansion this year. Now you might be saying, but Joker, they never done that before. They never done that for remasters. Technically speaking, for remasters, funny enough you say that, they have. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys remember when Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year? Yes. Back in 2014? Uh huh. Well, funny enough, you should say that, and I should bring that up. There was this Best Remaster category for 2014, the Game Awards, hosted by Spike. You know, Spike TV, that's not Paramount. Here were the nominees for that year: Grand Theft Auto 4, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Pokemon, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, The Last of Us Remastered, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Take a wild guess which remaster game won. If you say Grand Theft Auto 5, then ding, 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 winner. So yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 won Best Remaster. But didn't those games they came out on the previous console? But 2014 was that big year. We were getting a lot of ports to the newer hardware. Remember, these weren't backwards compatibility consoles. Yet these were consoles that were getting those remasters and remakes constantly throughout certain years, and even nowadays, we're still getting those games coming over on by certain companies. So again, there's a remaster category for that 1 year. Do I ever see it brought back up again? Not a whole lot. Why is Elden Ring nominated for Game of the Year? Couldn't be. Could be nominated for Best Ongoing Game. But again, like I said, Jeff and his entire team out there, someone should have brought this up, and maybe they did, or maybe they forgot to bring it up. You guys should create a category for the Game of the Years called Best DLC, Best Expansion. And if you guys did that, I think right now you would have avoided so many controversies. You could have nominated Elden Ring, along with, again, giving Ubisoft the middle finger for them for nominating for their Prince of Persia game with their expansion that they had out there, along with any MMO or any massive player online multiplayer role playing game out there, Western or Eastern, just to be like, hey, now you guys get to compete too and have your own category as well, or in any single player DLC. Hell, where's the nomination for Alan Wake's DLC? As a matter of fact, you could argue say that, well, if you're gonna do it for Elden Ring, why didn't they do it for Xenoblade? Or again, Persona 3, even though that's kind of like Atlas's own greedy's fault because you know why they didn't give you that DLC right away. They wanted to make sure there was time and money that they could milk off you. But that's the point. That's my own side little rant. But they could have done so many different things, avoided so many different possibilities, avoided this outcome, and yet they decided to not avoid the outcome. They really decided to go with devil's advocate and be like, just go with it, guys. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine, and a lot of people are rightfully so calling it out for a very good reason. So I would like to say at the end of the day of the year, does Elden Ring Shadow of Retreat deserve to be nominated for Game of the Year? As to quote Leonardo DiCaprio for The Wolf of Wall Street, absolutely fucking not. Do I believe the other games of this year deserve to take Elden Ring's spot for Game of the Year? Absolutely fucking yes. Because I think we should recognize those games as well, and just to say that hey, you guys deserve to have the best spotlight of the night and to compete as well. Do I think that Miyazaki's team should still be nominated for the categories? Sure, why not? I'm all for that stuff. I'm all for Miyazaki and his team to be nominated for the categories, but it's going to feel weird if when come Game of the Year's one night and here are the nominees for Game of the Years, and the Game Award for Game of the Year goes to better not be Elden Ring, and you hear a lot of boos. That will be a night to remember, but also feel a little bit of awkward that they won. Again, Jeff, please listen to fans. Do better next year. I think I know where the fan votes are going to be at because Wukong's nominated. But again, there are so many games out there this year that should have been nominated as well for that spot. But yet that DLC took that spot for somebody, and then for for a different game, and yet here we are still talking about it. Anyway, guys, that's my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on what you think about the whole DLC taking game of the year spot controversy. I would love to know what they are. So I shall see you guys next time. Thank you. Also, again, I'll get a new headset eventually in the future, probably for the holidays or close enough to the holidays, and then go from there. So that's what I get for buying a headset or not taking care of it. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.